Hey Leo, it is Antenna Oracle here with your first half of May reading. Sorry it kind of took me a little bit. Life has been catching me by surprise here. I'm going to start flipping the cards just right side up right from the get-go so we can get a faster reading going for you here and get right through the energies for you. Leah, I hope everything's going good for you right now. I know May has been kind of a crazy month for me already, and we haven't even started it yet, but I can tell just by where we're at and how things have been going that I'm in for a bit of a ride myself. So, all right. Leo, I did start a new series called Love Dynamics. I believe I have the fire signs finished there. It is about different elements interacting with one another. If you're interested in seeing how love dynamics are playing out, you know, between fire signs and earth signs, or earth and water, or you know, fire and air, so on, so on. There is a channel there, and if you check the page, you can find more information on it. I may link it as well in the description below. If this reading does resonate for you, Leo, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe on the video, for the video or the channel. It really helps it grow, and it helps other people find the channel. Let's get started off with what we got going on here. So right away, I'm seeing that we have the Four of Swords matched with the Four of Swords. There are different decks, so that it's a little bit of a different energy, but this really calls for you, Leo, to take some time. Take some time for yourself. Heal. This is a lot about rest, recuperation, pulling back, and finding what it is that you need to do. Finding your own balance again. And you're going to find that balance through meditation, through resting, and really allowing, you know, the healing aspects of everything that's going on, because I can tell right away that this is somewhat of a heavy energy that's been going on for you. So the reading starts off with the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So this talks about someone standing their ground in a situation, whether this be your prospective partner or you yourself, but in the dynamic of somebody maybe not having faithfulness towards a relationship, faithfulness towards your situation, because the Seven of Swords really represents lying, cheating, stealing, sneaky behavior. So even if it's not necessarily that they, you know, cheated on you per se, there may have just been some sneaky behavior that you're standing your ground to, or they're standing their ground to, or vice versa. That, you know, if it's not your energy, it may be their energy. We have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Magician. This talks a lot about some juggling that's been going on, and based on this kind of previous, you know, energy that we have here with the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, I really feel like either you or your prospective partner has been juggling between a situation here. And this is something that's been manifested in, Leo. So if you've been focused or worried about, you know, this other person coming back in the picture, or they've been sitting there thinking about somebody else, all of a sudden it's really coming back in, and it's making its appearance back into your life is really what I'm feeling. And there's this, you know, balance of should I stay, should I go, who is this other person potentially, that kind of energy. And I feel like you're needing to take some time to figure out whether or not staying or going is the right option for you. We have the Tower here showing up with the Ace of Pentacles. This really speaks a lot about a very sudden shift. So this could have come out of nowhere. You may have been basically receiving sudden news, or a sudden new opportunity, or a sudden shift in some beginning that you had, something that you've been holding on to, Leo, is kind of really what I'm feeling. This could have been something very tangible to you. It could be relationship, it could be home life, job related, but a sudden shift in that sort of area. We have the Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Swords. This talks about a situation that, you know, you've really been trying to grow, and you've spent some obvious time in this element, trying to nurture it, trying to grow it, trying to make it work for you, Leo, and it's time to walk away from it. That's the representation of the Six of Swords. It's time to leave it behind. What we put our energy into doesn't always come for us, and sometimes that's for our own good. That's really how I'm feeling about it. It's one of those situations that you've spent a lot of time nurturing and trying to grow, and you're not seeing the fruits of your labor from what you've been putting all this energy into. And when you're faced with situations like that, there's no sense in continuing to water dead plants. It's time just to replant something else and let that grow. Let that go. If it's no longer meant for you, it does you no good to hold on to it. It's time to let it go. With the rest of the reading here, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. This really speaks a lot about a change in the home life, a change in the dynamic of the home life, and I feel like it's one of those things that's ultimately going to be for the better based on everything that we're seeing here. If you've had somebody that's had sneaky behavior and you're trying to figure out if you should stay or go, or if you're juggling between two people, if it's time to walk away and move on, you have all these cards kind of signifying it's time to move on. This could be somebody leaving the home. This could be you leaving the home. The dynamic of the house is going to change, and ultimately it may come at some pain here for you, and maybe something that you have to recover from and recuperate from, Leo. It's going to ultimately be for your best. The Tens talk about closing and closure. I feel like this situation here, Leo, based just on the energy I'm feeling, has been something that you've been mulling over for a minute yourself anyways. I feel like you've been going through the motions, trying to keep something kind of afloat that really doesn't serve you anyways. I keep meaning to flip all these cards here. All right. So ending energy towards the later half of this here, Leo, is the Knight of Swords with the Emperor. This talks to me about you finally stepping into a place where you're going to be feeling like you're in control. There may be a lot of chaos and turmoil with it, but once the ship starts getting going and the ball really starts rolling, you're going to start making cuts and doing what's best for you. You're going to be pretty apt to cut away what doesn't serve you and move forward. This could be you being a little bit hasty in some of your actions, so be mindful of that. But it does talk about you really, cutting away the things that don't serve you, moving past it and letting kind of the chaos of everything and just stepping into that flow. You yourself may cause a lot of this chaos. We did have the Five of Cups showing up underneath, so this could talk about you also dwelling a bit of the past, kind of wondering if there was anything that you could have done to change it. I don't think so, Leo. I don't feel like there's anything that you could have done to change it. I think these are just the circumstances to your situation. We have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Page of Swords. This talks about you going through this period of loneliness, or maybe your prospective partner going through this period of loneliness. With the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands showing up here, this relationship could have been pretty dead for a while, and it could have really felt not very emotionally fulfilling. There could have been this period where you were already feeling like it was dead while it was still going, and you were trying to just really sort that. And if not your energy, their energy, because you have the Seven of Swords here, and people, oftentimes when they do cheat, sneak, whatever, are lying about stuff, it's not because things are good. it's because things have been in a place where they're not getting the connection that they're seeking out. This Page of Swords represents a lot of potential spying. You could find yourself trying to go through people's phones. You could find yourself really looking to check up on their social media. They could be doing this with you as well. They could be going through your phones. This may even be how this all plays out, is that somebody goes through somebody else's phone or through their Facebook, Instagram, Snapchats, what have you. And this may lead to this feeling of feeling lonely. This may come to this discovery and what breeds all this in here. Under this section, we have the King of Wands showing up, and then we have the Nine of Wands showing up. So this talks about you really standing in a place where you're coming back into your own energy. And to me, it looks like you're wanting to almost fight this battle again, Leo. You want to give it one more go. Can we make this work? Can we go through this? And the answer, you're going to do whatever you wish to, Leo. I just don't see that in the cards. I'm going to be realistic with you. And I think it's better to save your energy for other things going on. Because you're not going to have this other person really stand up to fight with you. You're not going to have somebody there with you to stand your ground, because we have the Five of Pentacles showing you, being essentially on your own. You're going to be on your own through this, and you're not going to have this person essentially in your corner to help fight with you. Under the Tower and the the Ace of Pentacles, I was going to say Ace of Cups, we have the King of Cups and we have the Page of Pentacles here. So what could have happened, Leo, is that there could be another figure in your life. I don't have any representations of the Queen, any queens here, so I'm really reading this as like two different people, two different dynamics. I feel like there may have been somebody else that has shown up in this picture that has made some sort of new offer that you become aware of. Especially with this like kind of sneaking, cheating dynamic and this juggling card showing up here. We have the difference between the King of Wands and the King of Cups. I feel like you're going to become aware that there's been another offer made, and that this other person may be accepting of this offer, whatever this offer is. There may not be a lot of foundation to the offer that's been presented, but it's probably enough to kind of shake up the entire dynamic and make you feel uncomfortable, like you've been deceived, like you've been lied to, and enough to shake apart your world, okay? We have the Page of Wands showing up here, and we have the Devil showing up here. This talks to me a lot about you moving away from this connection, in the sense that you're going to seek out and chase something that's better for you. You're going to find a new passion, and you're going to chase your dreams, essentially. You're going to leave behind what this connection was. And I feel like this connection had a lot of codependency to it, Leo. I feel like it was something that was either, based on lust in the beginning, or it could have been all the way through. But it's something that bred into a place of just being completely unhealthy. There wasn't a lot of foundation to it. And with that being said, you're going to move on to something that better fits you, because you're starting to realize that some of the stuff that's happened here, it really is only hurting you and keeping you chained to a situation that is heartbreak, which is what we have showing here. So with this person leaving, I do feel, whether you're leaving or they're leaving, the dynamic, there is going to be some heartbreak here. This talks about a breakup, heartbreak, going through the pains of separation and really feeling that out. But it looks like you finally come to this place, Leo, where you're able to set down the wands. And you're coming to a place where you can just kind of accept the dynamic as a whole for what has happened, and just stop the fighting, stop the conflict. It's time to let it go. And that's really what we're seeing with the Six of Swords. That's what we're seeing, with the rest of this entire dynamic, is that you're letting it go. You're letting the fight go. You're putting down this your wands here. Whereas typically it's, 5 people kind of swinging sticks at each other. This is them, what are we fighting for? They've gotten so tired of fighting that they're done fighting. It's over. It's over. It's done with. It's not worth fighting for anymore. You're ready to let it go and move on. There's no reason to keep hashing this out. Keep trying and keep watering what is a dead plant is really how I'm feeling about the entire thing. If it's not growing, move on. Save your energy for something else that reciprocates and gives back to you. Leo, I know this is a bit of a heavy reading for the first half of May, and I wish you the best of luck. If you've been seeking guidance, even if you don't really like this reading whatsoever, I would appreciate a like on the video. Just, let me know it at least resonated with you if that's kind of where you're at. Best of luck to you, Leo, and we'll get your second half of May out there.